Yo, what's going on YouTube? Welcome back to another trade recap. Today is Friday 14th. Unfortunately, we took another loss. The losing streak continues. This month has just not been it for me. I need to go back and just backtest this entire month and see if I get different results on FX replay. Because unfortunately, I am not getting the results I want. Um, it is what it is. Unfortunately, that's just the way trading goes sometimes. You have green months, you have red months, and it's looking like August is gonna be a red month for me. We still have about 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks of worth of trading left in August, so hopefully we can turn it around. But yeah, let's go into trading, into my trade recap. As always, we'll start on the higher time frame. This being the daily time frame, as we can see. What do we see? We see that we closed above all these swing highs right here. So for me, that was bullish confirmation that we wanted to continue going higher. We did tap into this daily SIBI that I mentioned during last video, and what happened after tapping into that, we had a bearish retracement, but today we opened up and I was just looking for higher price action. I marked out this premium wick just in case we do dump. I want to see this wick act as support, stay above this red line, and keep going higher towards this primary buy side. On the 4-hour time frame, as you guys can see, these lines right here are that daily premium wick, and this is the new week opening gap. As you guys can see, the lower quadrant of new week opening gap and the upper quadrant line up perfectly with each other, so I decided to get rid of this. I also noted this 4-hour busy right here, and this 4-hour swing low being our minor sell side. So what do I want to see happen is I want price to open lower, come down, sweep this minor sell side, tap into the 4-hour busy, catch some support from the busy, from the new week opening gap, and if we have to, from the daily premium wick, and then go trade even higher all the way up towards primary buy side. Obviously, it's not going to happen in one day. It's a 4-hour time frame, but that is my analysis for the next couple of trading days. I'm guessing we're going to retrace lower and then shoot up higher towards this minor primary buy side up here. Moving on, we see one more thing I want to note is going to the session, you guys can see that we have been respecting consummate encroachment of this daily SIBI. We haven't had a single candle closure close above the red line, so to me that is showing bearish strength and bullish weakness, meaning that we're more than likely going to see a retracement lower into this 4-hour busy. So going to the 1-hour time frame, we see that we have this crazy discount wick that created equal lows right here. We note that we have this unmitigated busy right here. So again, I want to see price come down, catch some support from this busy. If we don't catch some support, then we'll go all the way down to minor sell side. But I was being optimistic and was hoping that we would catch some support here. And then rally higher. Moving on to the 15-minute, I drew out this latest 15-minute fair value gap, bullish IFG. Again, if we do come down and take all this sell side out, I want to see us catch some support from one of these gaps. This 4-hour being the last line of defense for the bulls. But yeah. Something I do want to note on the 15-minute time frame is that we did fail to close above all these swing highs. So that is showing bearish strength. We're finding resistance above these highs, meaning that every time we're about to have a candle closure, we immediately come back down, failing to close above. Because if we did fail above, if we did close above those swing highs, it would just add more bullish confluence to my bias. So going into my notes for the daily time set, I said bullish market structure, high time frame liquidity sweep, finally swept all the relative equal highs, managed to get a bullish candle closure above the highs. I said bullish price action is still valid. Premium wick. And for the 4 hour, I basically mentioned the busy and the new week opening gap, and I basically said it's a major support zone. I do not want to see this zone fail, because if we do, it would be bad for our bullish bias, higher time frame bias. So yeah, we're really counting on this 4 hour fair value gap to hold and send price higher all the way up to all-time highs. For the 1 hour, I said we created massive discount wick that created the relative equal lows. And again, I mentioned that we failed to close above previous swing high, which is bearish strength, and I noted is a retracement incoming. For the 15, basically what I just went over, and overall, my overall notes were we swept major buy-side liquidity during pre-market. Bearish retrace can occur inside a daily SIBI. So again, that's another confluence for a bearish bias. Higher time frame is bullish, so longs are preferred. However, I am expecting bearish PA first. I said a retrace is likely. It's also Friday, so the weekly candle usually likes to retrace about 20%, according to Michael. If you know, you know. And then I said longs out of the 15, 1 hour, or 4 hour fair value gaps would play. So we open up and create a 32.25 point gap, opening range gap. Finally, an average size opening range gap. None of these 250 point gaps. So I noted that we should see consummated encroachment get hit, and whenever we do see consummated encroachment get hit, it is expected that the gap will get filled before 10 o'clock. So what happens? We open and immediately start trading lower. We sweep out all these relative equal lows, and we fail to do that on ES. As you guys can see, all these lows are not taken. So what did I know? I said that the pairs are not correlated right now. I said NQ has swept the relative equal lows, and I want to see if we find support from any of the fair value gaps, the 1 hour, the 15-minute. I said longs are valid. However, I would prefer to tap into the 4 hour fair value gap first. So what do? We open up and retrace lower into this unmitigated 1 hour busy, and we get a beautiful reaction higher. We get a nice bullish CISD, 1 minute bullish inversion. We come back and trade into the first percent of fair value gap, respect it beautifully, and immediately shoot up higher and create a 1 minute change in state of delivery. So for me, I was all good to go. That was perfect. And yeah, basically, as soon as we got this candle closure right here, I set my limit at the order block, stop loss at swing low, and take profit at the minor buy side. And we also did have a 5-minute bullish IFG right here. At the time being, I did not see this SIBI right here. I probably should have waited for that. I just noted it going over my notes earlier. So that is a little bit unfortunate. And then as you guys can see, we were very close to getting stopped out right here. And at this point, I knew the trade was cooked. And I get... stopped out, unfortunately. I get stopped out right here. Stop loss. And for some reason, slippage has been killing me. As you guys can see, this loss was for $656. Unfortunately, it took me out close to $800, so around $150 in slippage. Not very cool, but it is what it is. We can't control it. And then after I got stop rated, we immediately had a bullish reaction. So I was like, It's just a classic stop rate. I think we're gonna go higher, at least to my break-even point. Um, we created this 1 minute busy, so what do? I re-enter, and for about $550, and immediately get stopped out, unfortunately. Um, but yeah, that's basically it for my trade recap. Like I said, it's a bit unfortunate that price action is treating us this way. Um, it's nobody's fault other than mine. I'm the one placing the trades and putting the risk on the table. However, trading is hard. That is something you guys got to remember. You can't lose hope just because you have one bad month. At the end of the day, it's a probabilities game, and we do have an edge. We have probabilities on our side. So in the long term, we are profitable. Even now, we're still profitable. We're up money throughout this journey. Um, and you just got to remember, man, it takes time. If it didn't take time, if it was easy, everyone on earth would be a profitable day trader, profitable trader. Um, just like being a doctor, it takes time to go to med school, to go to college. I'll do all that BS that doctors do. It takes like 10 years before they even start seeing an actual paycheck. So yeah, you just gotta treat it as another profession. It's not gonna be easy. It's gonna be difficult. It's gonna be mentally exhausting, but that's just part of the game, and and I knew that going into it. I knew the odds weren't in my favor, but that's okay. Um, yeah, I'm currently reading this book, David and Goliath, and it's just basically teaching me that no matter what, you can overcome anything in this world. You just gotta have good spirit, optimism, and a good work ethic. Unfortunately, we're just in one of those slopes on those downward slopes this month. There's really nothing I can do about it other than stay positive. Forget about my previous trades, which is very important. I can't be fearful going into the market every day. That will just lead to more and more failure. I gotta forget and just move on to the next day. Um, but yeah, as you guys can see, we have tapped into this 4 hour busy. We will probably continue going lower. I would expect us to turn around consummate encroachment and lower quadrant of this new week opening gap. Again, the daily premium wick aligns perfectly with this lower white line, so it could be a great reversal point. Yeah. So maybe something like this would not be so bad. Of course, I'm not taking this because unfortunately we do not have any more capital in our evals. We did end up blowing both accounts. I forgot to mention that. So starting Sunday night, I will have a fresh account. Unfortunately, it is what it is. But yeah, thanks for watching. Keep trading. Keep your head up. This month has been brutal for a lot of people. Still, it's no excuse. You got to be accountable. And yeah, man. I plan on like I said, I plan on back testing this month again during this weekend. I'll probably make a video on it and see what type of results I get. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. I hope you guys have a great weekend. I hope you enjoyed this video. You learned something. Peace.